Well, a nice piece of Copeland Indian tree. Not the characteristic Indian tree that you'll probably think of when I say Indian tree, but this is a very nice early interpretation by Copeland, an early pared down version, but with some elements that you won't find on the modern versions of what we all have come to recognise as Indian tree. For one, you won't find that butterfly. Look at that hand colour, the pared back palette that they've used on this, really again quite unusual. This dates, well, we know exactly when this was made because it's date impress mark. William Taylor Copeland took over. Previous to that it was Copeland and Garrett, would obviously become Copeland Spode much later on, but this was made in Stoke in 1877, in December 1877, in a very dirty fired kiln, probably using some coke. Looking at this, because the characteristic of this, I don't know whether you can make it out if I bring it in. You see all those little black spots here? All contamination from the fumes in the actual firing in the kiln, this. And that's all glazed onto it, so there's no chance of that ever being removed. But it's if you like, part of its patina and history. And it's fine enough that it really doesn't detract from the overall impression of, wow, it's just so impressive, the size of this. 18.75 inches end to end, quite a deep oval platter this, more rounded than long oval. I think it's around 15 inches in actual depth, but all the measurements, the exact measurements, will be on the website. Just look at the patina around this rim with this heavy burnt umber that's been glazed on here. Quite worn in places. This has probably at some time in its life been in a display wire rack displayed on the wall. Combination of Greek key around the border and then this very unusual geometric blockwork design, transfer printed with this sort of burnt umber or umber background in the borders, and then the characteristic, if you look at Indian tree modern patterns, they've all got these vase and floral motifs as well as the sort of peony decoration. The feel of this is absolutely superb. There are some other firing issues with this one, just to bring your attention to. There's a firing chip here that's come out of the surface of it, but being subsequently glazed over. But it's missed some of the pattern that's been transfer printed on due to the depth of that. Let's show you the impress marks on the back, which give this its characteristic and allow us to know exactly where it came from. There's the impress mark for Copeland. Can you see that with a B? And here we've got the D77. Let me get that in focus. There you go, for December 1877, with some other decorators' brush marks just around the base. Lovely antique patina wear on the basal rim. This is quite a deep platter, as you can see. Characteristic English shape of the era, with a nice flat serving surface and then a deep rim for holding any gravies or juices coming out of meats that would have been served on this. Also retains any jellies or syllabubs. It would have been used for a variety of table serving uses, this piece. In absolutely superb antique condition, from December 1877, William Taylor Copeland, made in Stoke using a very dirty lot of coke or coal at the time, but that can't be reproduced easily or, you know, copied easily. So that's part of why we know this is such a genuine and quality piece of English earthenware history. Thanks for watching.